How has Harry Reid stayed out of federal prison all these years? Somebody tell me that? Well, Mark, he hasn't committed a crime. I don't think he's gotten the kind of anal exam that these governors are getting. Now, a group just filed an ethics complaint against Harry Reid. Let's see how this works. According to the Washington Times, no politician would leave office wealthier, in their editorial they write, than on the day he takes the oath of office. We don't live in a just world, alas, they write, and the rags to riches life stories of more than a few U.S. senators strain credulity. Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, once an officer of the Capitol Police, joined the ranks of multimillionaires during his 4 decades on the public payroll. Says he's a good investor. Remember, Hillary said that too. And no doubt he is. But the watchdog group Cause of Action wants the Senate Ethics Committee to inquire as to whether and how he used his office to pad his campaign war chest. Ooh, this is interesting. I wonder if the federal prosecutor in the McDonald case is looking into this one, or the one next door in the District of Columbia. Now, the Senate's Code of Conduct stipulates that a senator may not, quote, permit any compensation to accrue to his beneficial interest, unquote, as a result of, quote, influence improperly exerted from his position, unquote. It prohibits petitioning executive branch agencies for financial benefit and for the benefit of immediate family. Cause of Action accuses Mr. Reid of attempting to influence the Obama administration to overrule career bureaucrats at the Department of Homeland Security to expedite visa applications for nearly 24 foreign nationals who were investors in a Nevada casino. Mr. Reid's son, Rory, was a lawyer for the casino. Ooh, the plot thickens. The facts are clear enough. Career officials at the Department of Homeland Security turned down an expedited EB-5 visa application by the SLS Hotel and Casino in 2012 because agents were concerned over suspicious financial activity. So what did Harry Reid do? Probably from his penthouse at the Ritz-Carlton in Washington, D.C. Or maybe it's from the Majority Leader's office on Capitol Hill. Well, Mr. Reid called somebody named Alejandro Mayorkas. I'll get to him in a second, who was then the director of the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, to ask him to reverse the decision. Mr. Mayorkas cheerfully obliged and reversed the decision of his career bureaucrats. Mr. Reid then changed Senate rules so that Mr. Mayorkas could be promoted to the number 2 position at the Department of Homeland Security, even though he was the subject of an investigation by the Inspector General. Wow! Where's the bill of charges against this man? In a letter to the Ethics Committee, citing an investigation by this newspaper, the Washington Times, Daniel Epstein, the executive director of Cause of Action, said, "The American people deserve better. It's unfair for politicians to attempt to influence the enforcement of our laws, or their close, or especially when they or their close family members stand to benefit." What's an EB-5? It's a program that grants temporary or permanent residence for foreigners who invest in a business in the U.S., and it's tripled in size under Obama and essentially sells U.S. citizenship to the highest bidder. And the scheme invites corruption. So, of course, like flies to cow crap, Harry Reid is attracted. Reid has a long history of scratching the backs of his friends. Green energy companies that donated to Mr. Reid, including Bright Source Energy, Nevada Geothermal, Ormont, Nevada, and Solar Reserve, were then showered with taxpayer dollars. Allegations of corruption in these cases are easily brushed aside since these companies are saving the planet. Court. When will Harry Reid be indicted? Anybody? Raise your hand. Never.